This is the day we've been waiting for.
This is the day that we've worked for,
studied for,
practiced for,
prayed for,
fought for. 1,000 moments have led to this day.
exams, projects,
service,
late nights, and early mornings,
concerts, games,
coffee, lots of coffee,
and 1,000 more will come from it.
Careers, friendship,
adventures across the globe,
triumphs, challenges,
the chance to make a difference.
This is the day we start something new.
empowered by the things we found here.
Community, faith, inspiration, pride.
A world-class education.
to create an impact.
In Chicago and beyond.
In ways big and small that make the world a better place.
This is the day we dreamed of.
This is the day.
Our day.
Today.
This is the day we've envisioned.
It's here.
Now let's go forth and set the world on fire.
Honored guests and celebrants, may we have your attention, please, so we can begin the ceremony. Please draw your attention to the processional of faculty, administration, and President's Party members. Please welcome Margaret Callahan, Provost and Chief Academic Officer for Loyola University Chicago, who serves as your Master of Ceremonies for today's program.
President Reed, Dean Alexandre, members of the Board of Trustees, officers of the university, deans and vice presidents, guests of honor, members of the faculty, candidates for graduation, and their family and friends. Welcome to the 153rd Annual Commencement of Loyola University Chicago School of Law. As we begin, I'd like to draw your attention to the university's land acknowledgement statement on the inside front cover of your program, honoring the heritage of the grounds we walk. Now, will everyone who is able please stand as the Loyola Wind Ensemble plays the national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until Father Jerome Overbeck of the Society of Jesus, our law school chaplain, gives the invocation.
So let us pray. God of us all, we assemble as your people, mindful of gifts, many gifts, which enable us to celebrate this occasion. We remember and give thanks for the yeoman efforts of our graduates, as well as of those who supported and challenged them along the way, their spouses and children, extended families and friends, their faculty and staff and administrators. It's no accident that we are here today. Your providential care has guided each of us through the kindness and wisdom of many, peers and mentors alike. May we recognize your hand in it all. Be grateful for the good company you provided for us, and use the gifts of knowledge and wisdom we've received to serve many in need. Especially this day, we remember with gratitude our Loyola Law student, Ariana Preston, and entrust her to your loving embrace, O Lord. And may our honest efforts build a more just and compassionate world. All of this we pray, O God, for your greater honor and glory. Amen.
Thank you, Father Overbeck. Will everyone please be seated? It is now my pleasure to present Michelle Alexandre, Dean of the School of Law.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. You, our graduating class, have weathered tremendous challenges and surmounted great obstacles to achieve your goal. You exemplify courage. Now is the time for reflection, celebration, and joy. The pursuit of justice requires commitment, labor, and perseverance in the face of opposition. It is a practice of perseverance that you have honed so well. Your Loyola degree has prepared you to give voice to the voiceless and those weary from the entrenchment of systemic injustice. Your impact and influence have no bounds, but your mind and body need rest to recharge and continue in the struggle. A spiritual practice that St. Ignatius required of the Jesuit is the daily examen. At its core, the practice requests that we pause and take the time needed to reflect and show gratitude for all that we have been given and endured. You can reemerge renewed with the fuel and resources needed to carry out your chosen profession and passion. The resources you need are the values and qualities that we instill at Loyola: compassion, empathy, and understanding and excellence. And those are also essential to becoming an exceptional advocate. The pursuit of legal knowledge in our JD, LLM, master's, and doctoral programs is not an experience that can be achieved in isolation. It requires an openness to engage with people, places, and circumstances with which we are unfamiliar, but willing with humility and appreciation to learn. We know that you, first as students, and now as graduates, embrace and value this approach to education and join the ranks of our loyal Loyola alumni. And as you enter the next phase in your relationship with Loyola, you will help to ensure the continuation of our commitment to the development of ethical advocates for justice who will help dismantle injustice and advance the rule of law. So now is the time to celebrate you and all that you have achieved. We salute you, Loyola Law graduates. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments. Let's practice the exercise of joy and celebration together. Congratulations.
With pleasure, I present Shu Lee, candidate for the degree Juris Doctor, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the student community of the School of Law.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. Congratulations, Loyola Law Class of 2023. Last year, around the same time, I volunteered to help here at Commencement by guiding the proud class of 2022 down the columns and rows, and to my shock, learned that I'd be having to give a speech a year from then. I now have the honor of bestowing congratulations to all of you for this remarkable achievement. I find it befitting because I've learned from all of you, whether on Zoom, in class, through all of our extracurriculars, and experiencing life through these twists and turns of fate. Today, you sit shoulder to shoulder with students and friends who are the first of their families to go to college and law school, are soon to be parents, are parents, had prior careers, and for some, this may be your first graduation ceremony post-COVID. Congrats again. In the spirit and appreciation of Jimmy Fallon's thank you notes, in light of the 2023 Writers Guild of America strike, let me tell you about law school. Thank you to Zoom University for teaching us that breakout rooms were not a time of productivity, but a time to catch up with those you haven't seen, or for some, awkward moments of interacting with other humans in rectangles. Thank you to one of the 6 elevators that brought us to our classroom, despite of us playing the game of can we fit or will we get trapped in the elevator today. Thank you to the McDonald's by the subway, the Whole Foods hot food section, and Stan's Donuts for sustaining us throughout 2L, throughout 3L/4L year when we did not have time to pack our lunches. Thank you to the professors who have allowed us to research and write alongside them, and also thank you to those who decided not to cold call on certain days. Thank you to our moot, mock, and dispute resolution coaches for being patient with us when making roadmaps, hearing may it please the court, getting ready as witnesses, and/or conducting practices. Thank you to our families, siblings, friends, spouses, partners, and loved ones for your love and support and being one of our inspirations and sources of comfort to propel us forward. Most importantly, thank you to our fellow students who we've emailed back and forth about correcting footnotes and body edits for journal, divvying up work for group projects, and organizing events via student organizations. Thank you for all the work that you do in clinics and student orgs that promote accessibility in legal services and advocated for and with the inclusivity of the LGBTQIA+ community, communities of color, and communities with disabilities. Thank you also for the celebrations at Streeters, after finals, for outings at Cubs and Bulls games, for birthday parties, get-togethers, Zoom study sessions, and more. We couldn't have handled the stress of law school and the weight of tragedies and world events without each other. We didn't anticipate undergoing law school during a global pandemic, the death of George Floyd, this January 6th insurrection, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a Supreme Court justice confirmation, the overturning of Roe v. Wade, and many other events that have personally touched us one way or another. Besides ongoing life, our profession will challenge you in the balance of work and personal activities. To prepare you, let me ask you all 3 guiding questions going forward. First, in the spirit of Marie Kondo, does it spark joy? Joy is a personal experience, and it's about finding the people, the activities, and the kind of work you do fulfilling. Don't think courtrooms and law offices shown on TV like Law & Order are the only places where you'll find people utilizing their law degrees. Some might devote themselves to entertainment, education, sports, or the arts, and no matter where you go, it's important to know that you should be compassionate and empathetic to others and ourselves, because we know that the skills we have learned here at Loyola are here to help real people with real emotions and needs. Second, from the curiosity and intellect from Neil deGrasse Tyson, are we alone? Now, I understand that he's asking more so about this to discuss the cosmos and our place in the universe. However, the answer to this is no, especially in light of polarizing issues. As future lawyers, there's plenty worth fighting for, as we are positioned to be advocates and allies. There's been an increase in the normalization of bigotry and discrimination that have harmed and sowed distrust in our marginalized communities. And we can work to repair and address such negative impacts if we're allowing ourselves to hold space for these issues, educate ourselves, and help one another. Lastly, looking into human relationships from the perspective of Dr. Gary Chapman, how do I receive love and how do I express love? Quick, who here knows what their love language is? I see you all. Well, there's 5 of them, and let me touch upon one of them, and that's acts of service. Acts of service takes on many forms, and it's important not only in our personal lives, but also in our legal profession. As future lawyers, we have the amazing opportunity to get involved in mentorship and pipeline programs, bar associations, partnering up with multidisciplinary student clinics, legal aid, and legal aid service providers. At its heart, the legal profession is about serving and making better outcomes for our clients and communities. Overall, my hope is that Loyola has helped us all recognize our privileged positions and instilled in us the importance of community, giving back, and knowing when to dissent. My fellow graduates, let us go out into the world, begin our careers ready to affect positive change, and stay open-minded. Embrace the possibilities that the future holds, and for one of my favorite songs, Little Wonders by Rob Thomas, and I don't mind if it's me you need to turn to, we'll get by. It's the heart that really matters in the end. Thank you, class of 2023.
Thank you, Shu. The honorary degree will now be presented. On behalf of the law school, Dean Alexandre will introduce Dr. Vincent Rougeau and read the citation. President Mark Reed will confer the degree.
Vincent Rougeau, is the president of the College of the Holy Cross. He is a nationally respected expert in legal education and Catholic social thought, a renowned scholar of racial justice and legal education, and a leader in Jesuit higher education. President Rougeau received his bachelor's degree, magna cum laude, in international relations from Brown University in 1985, and his JD from Harvard Law School in 1988, where he served as articles editor of the Harvard Human Rights Journal. He is a senior fellow at the Center for Theology and Community in London. Previously, he served as Dean of the Boston College Law School and was the inaugural director of the new Boston College Forum on Racial Justice in America. He also served as director of the Center of Law and Government at the Notre Dame School of Law. And he has a deep connection to Loyola as well. President Rougeau was an assistant and associate professor of law here from 1991 to 1997. President Rougeau has written extensively on law and religion, with a particular focus on Catholic social teaching and the law. His book, Christians Are in the American Empire, Faith and Citizenship in the New World Order, was released by Oxford University Press in 2008. He writes and speaks extensively on legal education reform. His scholarship and leadership have shown his profound dedication to the Jesuit Catholic mission, building a diverse and respectful community, and educating students towards seeking justice and making a meaningful difference in our world. President Rougeau also has led legal education as president of the Association of American Law Schools, among many other roles. I am pleased to welcome Vincent Rougeau back to Loyola for this incredible occasion. President Reed, in recognition of his contributions to scholarship on racial justice, legal education, and Catholic social thought, I recommend the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa be conferred upon President Rougeau.
Upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Law and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I am so pleased, Vince, to confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Alexandre, President Lee of the Student Bar Association, distinguished faculty, former colleagues, staff, families, and guests, but most of all, to you, the class of 2023, I am genuinely humbled to receive this honorary degree from Loyola University Chicago School of Law. It is truly a privilege to speak with you today as you embark on journeys that will undoubtedly change the world. The notion hits home for me. As I walk through campus, waves of memories crash over me. Loyola is such a special place for me and for my family. 55 years ago, my father sat with a similar perspective as many of you. He had yet to earn his law degree, but he received his bachelor's degree from Loyola in the spring of 1967. He was 24 years old. I was almost 4 years old. Now, I don't remember a lot from that time, obviously, given how young I was, But there is one thing that I have carried with me for my entire life. My dad was a sociology major here at Loyola, and I believe at the time one of the requirements for that degree was some knowledge of German. Now, I've never taken German, but for some reason, there are many things I have been able to say in German all of my life. I know how to count to 10, I know basic greetings. Clearly, my dad had a preschooler as his study partner at the time. I witnessed my father's pursuit of education, first at Loyola, then at Harvard Law School, not by design, but through necessity. In 1961, he protested a segregated lunch counter and the lack of black employees at a Baton Rouge, Louisiana department store. Those actions led to his arrest, and he was jailed for 3 weeks. But the fire inside of him could not be extinguished. He then protested segregation and discrimination by distributing leaflets and was again arrested. This time, he was held in solitary confinement for 58 days. And his arrest resulted in his expulsion from Southern University. And as a segregated state school in Louisiana, Southern was forced to adhere to the mandates of the State Board of Education, which wanted troublemakers like my father off the campus. A harsh reminder that events like these aren't ancient history, but experiences of our parents and grandparents. But Weldon Rougeau, my father, found a home at Loyola University Chicago in 1964. His education helped him continue his passion for leaving the world in a better place than he found it. And given where this story started, it's somewhat surreal to think that his son is now offering the commencement speech for the law school to all of you. My dad served on the board of, thank you. Thank you. My dad served on the Board of Trustees in the 1980s and is now a life trustee, and he was vice president at the university in the 1990s. And when I came to him much later, in the 90s, early 90s, with a professional crisis at the time, he pointed me here to Loyola University Chicago School of Law, and he said, just talk to them. It sounded so casual, so matter of fact. Just talk with them. But the conversation resurrected a fire within me. As a young lawyer wrestling with my future, Loyola Chicago offered me an avenue I hadn't fully considered: academia, a place where I could teach and be a scholar. And as it had for my father, this institution changed my life. Now, I left law school believing, like many of you here today, that I was going to be a practicing lawyer. My mind created vivid plans for my future. I knew I wanted to work in a large, prestigious law firm. We didn't call it big law at the time, but you know what I'm talking about. And I envisioned working in Washington, D.C., and diving into critical questions of economic regulation and public policy. Through each page I read, each assignment I completed, and each final I passed, the future I had created for myself felt more and more attainable. And as I constructed this fantastical future, I unconsciously neglected something inside of me. I enrolled in law school with the idea of using it sort of as a form of graduate school, which was common for many students back then, and I don't recommend that as a way of going forward. But I followed my father's footsteps to Harvard Law as a way to continue discerning who I was. But law school had other plans for me. Its purpose, spoiler alert, is primarily to turn you into a great lawyer. And law school succeeded in its purpose. I got to that big firm in Washington, D.C. But I realize now through its triumph, it also consumed my purpose. I stopped discerning strictly focused on becoming a lawyer, and that can be dangerous. The idea of achieving what I envisioned suffocated other aspects of my identity. I overlooked who I was, how I wanted my life to be defined, and where I found purpose. In paving our lives ahead and our paths ahead, we often focus on our spouses, our partners, children, salaries, homes, places where we want to live, and dozens of other items, many of which are all very tangible. But I ask of you today, don't forget the intangible. Law school is grueling. To endure, we often dangle objects or prizes at the finish line in order to persevere. You've made it, and congratulations are in order. But I would suggest that self-reflection is too. Ask yourself, how did I arrive here? What drove me to this point? What is the flame inside of me, and am I feeding it enough to survive? These are supremely important questions which I found the answers to at this institution. Life beyond these walls is full of change. The most intricately laid plans can become obstacles in a matter of moments, or obsolete in a matter of moments. But one's passion for a vocation, working towards something that speaks toward your gifts, can ground you. You may separate yourself from that flame occasionally for a few weeks, months, maybe years, but it forever burns within you and often correlates directly to both success and to happiness. If you're not authentically you, it's nearly impossible to succeed. But when that fire spreads to other aspects of your life, such as an occupation or vocation in the law, something special occurs. This is important because you are entering a profession that is difficult, demanding, and often disheartening, particularly in these times. Recognize how your education here prepared you and how to use it while being the most authentic version of yourself. You'll enter the workforce with a different mindset than others, carrying with you the ideals of the Jesuit tradition to better the world, to show compassion, and to advance social justice. As Loyola Chicago Law graduates, you have unique skill sets to impact the world around you. Lawyers are vital to a just society. They possess a true understanding of the law and its purpose. More importantly, they recognize that a real commitment to the law is the linchpin for the long-term success of our most sacred institutions within a democratic society. We live in a world where the threats to those ideals are real. As lawyers, if we are not willing to protect and preserve those values, who will? Now, that doesn't translate to undertaking the responsibility by yourself. I'd suggest to you the complete opposite. Understand that you can't do everything yourself. It's not only okay to ask for help, but you'll undoubtedly achieve much more than you had imagined by realizing that you are stronger through the support of others. I wouldn't have achieved as much in my career without the humility and understanding that other people provided me with, the support and foothold that assisted me when I needed it. During uncertainty in my life, when I contemplated the next steps in my professional journey, I turned to my father, who in turn suggested speaking to people he knew at Loyola University Chicago School of Law. Now, I could have easily said, well, I don't want to teach, or more realistically, I cannot be a law professor. And without question, my life would have been different. But when I look back at how it all played out, I would not change a thing. Hard work is just one ingredient, but it's far from enough to reach your aspirations. Success is a journey mixed with experimentation, making choices, and serendipity. Often we land somewhere because we seized an opportunity that had nothing to do with us. Perhaps a friend arrived at a perfect time to open our eyes to a talent we previously overlooked. Maybe someone invited us to an event that introduced us to new possibilities. Don't be afraid to embrace those opportunities around you. Diving in won't always mean success, but failure falls on those who do not seek support. Strength comes from being vulnerable. Be honest with yourself. And so, I leave you, as you leave us today, to remember that we carry with us the people who have touched our minds, our hearts, and our souls. We are stronger with them by our side, not just in our corner. You are never alone. And as you prepare for new beginnings, remember to set the world aflame and do it together. We hope you will carry us all with you. I am incredibly proud of you, class of 2023, and we are also very excited to see what the future brings you and all that you will bring to the world. Thank you and Godspeed.
Thank you, and congratulations, Dr. Rougeau. The candidate for the Doctor of Juridical Science degree will now be presented. Michelle Alexandre, Dean of the School of Law, will make the recommendation to the President, who in turn will confer the degree. I would like to invite President Reed to join Dean Alexandre at the center podium.
Will the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Juridical Science please rise? President Reed, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, I respectfully present the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Juridical Science. This candidate has fulfilled all the requirements for the degree, and I recommend that the degree be conferred upon him.
Candidate, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Law and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago, by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I confer upon you the Doctor of Juridical Science degree for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please don your hood. Congratulations.
Our candidate for the degree Doctor of Juridical Science will now come forward to be recognized by name. Dr. Stephen Russian, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs and the Judge Hubert Lewis Will Professor of Law, will read the name of the recipient.
Receiving the degree of Doctor of Juridical Science is Harrison Otiendo Bori. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Master of Laws will now be presented by Dean Alexandre, who will make recommendations to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees.
The candidates for the degree Master of Law will now be presented. Oh, sorry. Will the candidates for the degree Master of Laws please rise? President Reed, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, I respectfully present the candidates for the degree Master of Laws. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Law and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago, by the state of Illinois and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university. I confer upon you the degree of Master of Laws for which you have been recommended, and as a sign of your new academic status, please don your hoods. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Master of Laws will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Russian will read the names of the recipients of the degrees. Candidates who have not been taken out of their rows may be seated. As a reminder, guests, please remain in your seats. And also, I would ask if you could hold your applause so that every family may hear the name of their student.
Receiving the degree of Master of Laws, Matthew Kenneth Abraham, Josette Kulada Allen, Mohammed bin Abdullah Al-Makim, Natalia Andanova, Sheena Aurora, Stephanie Wilhelmina Batzer, Jason Blevins, Catherine Carlson, Charlotte Christ, Mohammed El Abri, Luhana Faria de Sousa, Beatriz Forquinechi de Oliveira, Tasha Jean Kotz, Rafael Magales, Mylinda Moore, Mary Carmen Montaner, Ardeda Morlar Ojo, Murathan Oktar, Mart Pigel, Anna Bella Schilling, Davidson Oriduerte Taria, Janice Rodriguez Zayas, Marielba Torres Delgado, Melissa Marie Villanueva Sanchez, Steve Waxman, Greta Paulina Wayming, Cynthia Arnold Wilson, Inessa Zayaeva. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Juris Doctor will now be presented by Dean Alexandre, who will make the recommendations to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree Juris Doctor please rise? President Reed. President Reed, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, I respectfully present the candidates for the degree Juris Doctor. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degree, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Law and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago, by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I confer upon you the degree Juris Doctor, for which you have been recommended. As a sign of your new academic status, please don your hoods. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Juris Doctor will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Rushin will read the names of the recipients of the degree Juris Doctor. Candidates who have not yet been taken out of their rows by the marshals may be seated.
Receiving the degree Juris Doctor, Vanessa Angelica Aceves, Caroline Adams, Megan N. Aldworth, Layla Ali Basic, Haley Renee Almani, Jasmine R. Anderson, Charles J. Antonelli II, Lindsay Grace Aaron Gurin, Natalie R. Archer, Summer C. Ardell, Anna Armel, Jamal Aziz, Allison G. Banks, Thomas William Barrett. Mr. Barrett's diploma will be presented by his cousin Monica Barrett of the class of 2021. Elizabeth Baumann, Elizabeth J. Becker, Brittany Harris Begley, Christina Renee Byhofer, Christopher A. Bennett, Caitlin A. Behrens, Sarah Bianchi, Montana Marie Beringer, Alec Bolio, Catherine E. Beischer, Mary Claire Bormus, Caitlin G. Bradford, Allison T. Bremer. Darby C. Bricker. Joshua Spencer Brill. Robert Daniel Bollington. Simone Marie Bullock. Madison A. Berger. Darlene M. Berker. Leah Cable. Michelle A. Cabral. Jack Nathan Cadden. Justin Taylor Kalecki. Hannah Maureen Cannon. Julian Abigail Caruso. Kai Sain Chang. Colin Matthew Chenoweth. Patrick Humchick. Doris Chicopana. Bridget Mary Conniff. Christina Marie Conroy. Jonathan P. Cook. Katia J. Cortez. L. Crater. Charles Ronald Crane. Undalib N. Derkey. Blaze Danley. Jack R. Dasso. Dewan Lee Davis. Kadra Athena Davy Core. Aaron Thomas Dean. Rachel Ann Geekaloo. Todd A. Dager. Elizabeth Francesca Dory. Megan Kathleen Downs. Jamie Lee Earls. Charlene Echeverria Borsica. Michaela Charlotte Enger. David James Evers. Linda B. Fairbanks. Danielle C. Feingold. Maxwell F. Fellows. David Fishbaum. Nicholas Inocenzo Flowers. Justin S. Frum. Mr. Frum's diploma will be presented by his father, Scott Frum, of the class of 1982. Ashni Gandhi. Christine A. Garcia. Nihao Andrew Gavlik. Jason Robert Thomas Gindi. Junelli Gonzalez. Juan Jose Gonzalez Martinez. Anna Marie Goodson. Alexander Thomas Gordon. Mr. Gordon's diploma will be presented by his cousin Timothy Gafford of the class of 2019. Brendan J. Gregory. Michael Jacob Grimillion. T.C.A. Grimsley. Andrew Mark Hado. Araj Ul Haq. Danielle Rose Harris. Monica Harris. Kevin H. Hassenfang. Liam M. Hayden. Yohan Hernandez. Thomas O. Holsinger. Amanda N. Hovde. Jeffrey Ethan Hyman. John James Lambert Hines. Holly Elizabeth Jacobs. Caroline Jarko. Dean Arthur Jepson. Joanna John. Patrick Colin Johns. Brett O. Joseph. Mr. Joseph's diploma will be presented by his mother, Karen Goodman, of the class of 1977. Judy Catan. Madison Jean Kaufman. Anna Jane Keller. Alam Hani Khatib. Daniela Kersonsky. Annalisa Christina Kolb. Joshua Edward Crease. Paul Wesley Kaczynski, Jr. Charlotte Rose Kurzweil. Callie Kutasi. Shu Lee. Eliana R. Lenz. Mac Robert Leverens. Ian Alexander Nottinson Lindsay. Samuel T. Lockwood Powell. Jacob E. McGinn. Colleen Mahoney. Amai Hani Gajiani Majid. Michelle Manzo. Gavin Cole Martin. Marco Martino. Abigail Riley Martone. John G. McBreen. Madeline G. McClure. Matthew S. McHugh. Kathleen B. McGivney. Danielle Barbara McNamara. Vivian Cassandra McNaughton. Madeline Page Melby. Joyce Mendoza Navarro. Carrick Myers. Abigail Ramsey Mitchell. Catherine Claire Mitzner. Lillian S. Mobley. John T. Moore. Dwayne Anthony Morgan. Haley A. Mullen. LaRue David Mumgard. Ibtisa Mustafa. Noah A. Nagar. Colleen Marie Nagley. Joshua W. Newman. Elizabeth Truce Newland. Rachel Lynn Nordoff. Ann Lynn Nyberg. Aurora O'Brien. Grace Claire O'Connor. Ms. O'Connor's diploma will be presented by her father, Daniel V. O'Connor of the class of 1992. Riley Burke Olson. Jason Alexander Oringer. Maria Paula Ortega Castro. Andres M. Autorino Sayed. Richard J. Padula. Maya Victoria Palmer. Jonathan Parker Panos. Christina Paredes. Kajol Patel. Rachel N. Pauley. Ms. Pauley's diploma will be presented by her father, Douglas Pauley, of the class of 1987. Catherine Pepin. Abigail Rose Petho. Elizabeth Michelle Phillips. Mackenzie Pike. Marissa Paulowitz. Carlos Ignacio Pozuelo Arbide. Melissa Prado. Sheena L. Prevet. Murphy Patrick Quill. Nia I. Raby. Daniela J. Rakowski. Leah Duyen Raves. Sarah A. Ryko. Rylan Ridge. Amelia Ray Ridgway. Caitlin Marie Reese. Gabrielle Elizabeth Rizavado. Nia Nicole Rodriguez. Adina Michelle Romaner. Madeline K. Schatz. Megan Sullivan Skolnick. Emma Dutton Schultz. Haley Shefferman. Clinton Tyler Small. Molly Lorraine Smithson. Krista M. Solano. Joseph Jackson Souder. Caitlin E. Spessard. Madeline K. Springer. Giuliano Nicholas Stefanuti. Lawrence Crockett Stevenson. Andrew Sutherland. Emilio Deshawn Sweargin. Connor Joseph Tatulis. Kelsey June Taylor. Shivani Amish Thakur. Andrew Robert Thompson. Patrick Michael Thompson. Kelly Rose Toman. Cal Robert Tondelli. Alexa A. Valencisi. Pooja R. Valera. Rossi Paulo Vargas Daly. Troy P. Wallace. Catherine M. Ward. Jane Olga Wasserman. Emily M. Wimhoff. Quinlan J. Wetzel. Emily A. Wiedemann. Jackson Dean Wingert. Alyssa A. Wolslegel. Jonathan D. Roble. Helen Wu. Olivia Dominique Wydajewski. Miss Wydajewski's diploma will be presented by her father, Brian K. Wydajewski of the class of 1994. Madison Bryce Zylis. Rachel Elizabeth Young. Nicole Zavolinsky. Brendan L. Zadunik. Grace H. Zimmerman. Michael R. Zook. Congratulations, graduates.
The candidates for the degree Masters of Jurisprudence will now be presented by Dean Alexandre, who will make the recommendations to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Jurisprudence please rise? President Reed, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law, I respectfully present the candidates for the degree Master of Jurisprudence. The candidates have fulfilled all of the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Law and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago, by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Jurisprudence for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please don your hoods. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree Master of Jurisprudence will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Russian will read the names of the recipients of the Master of Jurisprudence. Candidates who have not been taken out of their rows by the marshals may be seated.
Receiving the degree of Master of Jurisprudence, Teresa Abrams. Marjorie Yvonne Allen. Candace Diane Anderson. Dr. Terrell Applewhite. Neil Barton Baker. Diamond Simone Borromeo Mitchell. Pedro Augusto Carrillo. Ashley Clouden. Alicia A. Cobb-Minnis. Nicole Francis Davis. Salima Durrani. Lily Diane Dietrich. Alejandro Garcia. Kristen Elizabeth Gardner. Summer Schaefer George. Brooklyn Paige Hamblin. Lauren Rose Henderson. Julie Ann Hillclap. Jennifer Hoffman. Adaku Ibe. Samuel Lefebvre. April Joy Dompel Lingad. Neocean Jasper Long. Angela P. Martin. James P. McNamara. Nolan Nalupta. Chandra N. Patton. Kelly Puida. Carla Ann Rue. Erin Jessica Rivas. Victoria Lauren Rogers. Vanessa Marie Rodriguez. Kara Angela Scott. Jamie Smith. Wendy Walker. Carol Washington. Angela F.M. Watt. Meredith Elizabeth White. Elliot G. Wrightsell. And finally, Ariana Michaela Preston is receiving the Master of Jurisprudence posthumously. Here to accept the degree is Officer Preston's mother, Miss Dion Moon.
Congratulations to the class of 2023, Loyola University Chicago School of Law. We will now watch a video message from the Loyola Alumni Association.
Hi, my name is Lucas Williamson from the class of 2022, and I'm currently a professional basketball player. Congratulations on one of the greatest accomplishments in your life, your graduation. You are now officially a Loyola alumnus, and you join fellow alumni living throughout the world. So, how do we stay connected to our classmates, our peers, and our university? One of the best ways is to volunteer. After graduation, you are automatically a part of the Loyola University Chicago Alumni Association. So get involved with your regional Rambler community.
Thanks, Lucas, and congratulations to all of our graduates. My name is Nancy Andrade, and I am currently Commissioner for the Chicago Commission on Human Relations. Loyola has been your academic home for several years, and as you graduate, please know that this is not a goodbye. It is just your next step in our relationship. We can stay connected through Loyola's mentorship program, Loyola Linked. With Loyola Linked, you can mentor current students and receive mentorship from other Loyola alumni. It is a great way to share your expertise and become a mentor or even find your next job.
Thank you, Nancy, and congrats, everyone. My name is Hans Nelson, and I am the president and co-founder of Inspire 11 here in Chicago. A great way to stay in touch is to keep in contact with professors and staff or attend one of the many alumni events throughout the year. Even if you do not live in Chicago, after you graduate, there are regional Rambler communities that you can be a part of.
Thank you, Hans, and congrats, everyone. My name is Candace Moore, and I'm the City of Chicago's first Chief Equity Officer at Chicago's Office of Equity and Racial Justice. As you have heard, there are so many great ways to stay connected to our classmates, our peers, and our university. And it is so important to remain part of our community, so let's stay in touch. Let's volunteer, let's give back, let's mentor, and let's keep learning from each other. Thank you, and congratulations again on your graduation from Loyola University Chicago.
It is now my privilege to invite President Mark Reed back to the podium to provide final remarks.
Good morning, everyone. I sense this is a crowd that likes to make some noise and to celebrate. You've been wonderful as we've read the names and honored all of our graduates. And I'm here just to give you permission to make as much noise as you want. So congratulations to our graduates. Give them a big round of applause. So it's a competition today. The medical school is graduating this afternoon. And I'm going to give them an opportunity to see if they can do better than you. So you might want to try one more time, see how loud you can get it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and the entire Loyola University Chicago community, I offer you my heartfelt and deepest congratulations on this special day. And I welcome everyone who is here joining us in person and to all of those watching on our live feed. And I want to say, and I know I speak on behalf of everyone here today, when I say specifically to Ariana's family, you honor us by your presence here today, and we pledge our love, prayers, and support as you mourn, remember, and honor Ariana. She will always be a member of this Loyola class of 2023 and a member of our worldwide alumni community. Thank you. And I'd like to ask the graduates, if you would, to please stand. And graduates, let's take a moment. At a ceremony like this isn't your first go-around. To get here, you've had to already graduate at least once before. And sometimes when you get to do something the second time, you maybe appreciate it a little bit more. So take a moment to think about and to acknowledge and to thank the people whose dreams of this day stretch all the way back to when you were born, parents, family, friends who provided advice, support, and companionship on this journey. So you know where they are in the arena today. Turn to them, give them a wave, and a thankful round of applause. Now, graduates, years from now, I can absolutely assure you of this. Few, if any of you, will remember the president of Loyola University Chicago, who spoke at your graduation ceremony and conferred your degrees. And I'm okay with that. But you will vividly remember the remarkable faculty that you encountered here. You will benefit from their insight and care for the rest of your lives. And so please turn and honor our faculty who are gathered here today with us and express our thanks. Graduates, we have already heard wonderful reflections and remarks from our student and commencement speakers. So I simply say to you this: you have been privileged to be part of the Jesuit educational experience that is nearly 500 years old and 153 years old, specifically here at Loyola. As such, we have sought to educate in you the next generation of leaders who will be capable of shaping the future with vision, justice, and charity, with a sense of calling and with concern for all of the human family. and you have received much during your time here at Loyola. But remember that your education ultimately isn't just for you. It's for you to serve and to make a difference in the lives of others, and we have no doubt that you will. So go forth and embrace your futures boldly and confidently. Always remember that you are loved. We love you, your parents, family, and friends love you, and of course, God loves you. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2023. Graduates, it's your turn to be seated. And I invite everyone else here today in the audience and on stage, if you are able to join me in standing and offering a special blessing over our graduates. I invite you to extend your arms and to pray with me. May God bless you and sustain you on this, your graduation day. May the Creator of this vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. May the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, and serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. And may the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen.
And now, will our graduates please rise? It is my privilege to invite Olivia Hess, Bachelor of Arts, Music, College of Arts and Sciences, to lead the community in the Loyola University alma mater. Olivia will be accompanied by the Loyola Wind Ensemble. Thank you, Olivia, and thank you to all of our talented musicians. Let's give them a round of applause. We ask that the audience please be seated until the recessional from the stage and the graduates have left the arena. Following the recessional, please join the graduates for a reception in the atrium.
Thank you.